Hello friends, welcome back. I was just learning some new concepts regarding our AWS VPC and the Terraform. So I have just completed the understanding of how full our VPC used to work in the AWS, and I thought to build one simple VPC architecture using Terraform. So let's do it together. We'll try to deploy it and we'll see how it gonna work. Okay. So prerequisite you should aware of this concept like what is VPC, what is public subnet, private subnet, what are the internet gateway, their use cases, NAT gateway. So I am assuming you are aware of these things and you are also aware of the Terraform basics. Okay. So let's start. Uh, what I have already did is I have created one repo. And in that repo I have already have one git ignore file which is gonna ignore my tf state, tf plan, these things. Okay, so first thing I'll do is I'll open one new file to work with. uh, okay, I want this folder only. I am in the terminal, so I'll first clone my repository using git clone command. You can just copy this https and paste here. Okay, if I do ls here now, I have my repository cloned. Okay, so I'll go to that repository, cd partner. Here we are. I am in the my repository now. So let's check the git status before we start up working. Git branch, we are on the our main branch. Okay, okay, so let's create the first file, that is the our main file. Okay, uh, main.tf. We can make it complex, like we can create here variable files, we can create our output.tf files or local files, but I just want to make it very simple. So I'm just creating main.tf file and uh, I'm gonna assign all the variables directly hard coded. So I'm not gonna create any other files. Main.tf, that's what I wanted, because my main target is gonna deploy this VPC architecture. Okay, so okay, I have created a main.tf file and I am on the main branch. Okay, so open main.tf file. So first we require our Terraform block. Okay, in Terraform block we require two things. First is the required provider, that is Kunava AWS. Okay, in that we required version, and we required source. Source is gonna be HashiCorp AWS. Version we'll check later, I am also not sure which version currently we required providers and required version. Okay, it's giving me some suggestions here. I'll copying same thing. Then this is the first block where we have to uh, give our required providers, that is our AWS, and the required version of our Terraform that we have given. Okay, the next thing we have to give the provider. We have provider block, that our provider is going to be AWS, and region, let's say US East 1 gonna be our region. Okay, so first two blocks are completed now. Next thing, let's start creating our resources now. I'll start with the VPC. First thing we have to do is, and it's very good thing that I can see it's giving me the options directly here. CIDR block, what should be my CIDR block? Let's say 10.0.0.0-16. I'm closing this, and name should be, suppose, my VPC. Okay, and I can give here tags also. Suppose I want to give name my VPC. Okay, let's create. Okay, we have created the VPC. Now let's create subnets in our VPC. Let's say the subnet as public subnet. It's giving me some suggestions. If I want to go with this, I can give this directly. Okay, the availability zone, say idle block, I'm giving it's 1.024. Yeah, I want this one, no issues. Let's create another resource. Name should be AWS subnet. Name should be, suppose I have to create private subnet now. Private subnet. Again, what are the required things? First is a VPC ID. That is my VPC.id. We are taking my VPC which we have created here, and that's ID of that particular VPC. Okay. CIDR block. Let's say we are going with 10.0.2.0/24. Availability zone, I'm giving same. Okay, its status. Okay, I want to add this code, so I'll add my code. I'll commit it. Creating VPC and subnets. Git push. I'll push this code to my Terraform repository. Okay. So now I have to deploy this basic on the AWS console side. Okay, so let's go to the our sandbox. I'm using one sandbox provided by Pluralsight. So I got my access ID and secret ID. This is going to expire in just next 4 hours. That's why I'm exposing this. No worries. So I'll set up my AWS profile first. Okay, how can we set up the profile? We can use this command. Okay, AWS configure profile, and then you can give any random name to your profile. So I'll just copy this. AWS configure profile, my profile. So it will ask us for the your access ID and secret key. So I'll give him my access ID and my secret key. Default region, I don't want to give anything. Output format also I don't want to give anything. Okay, so I have set my profile, called my profile, but I have to integrate this in my provider block. Okay, how can we integrate this? Let's check the one example. See, we can give profile option, and then we can give the name of profile whatever we have set. Okay, so let's do that. Profile, it's my profile. Okay, then we have set our AWS profile also. So let's start to run our AWS command. Oh, sorry, Terraform command here. Let's start with the format. I want to format my Terraform file. Okay. Okay, good. So if you are new to this and you don't know how this Terraform fmt command is gonna work, it's gonna correct your format of your Terraform file. See, I have given some wrong indentation here, right? So my file gonna help me to make it correctly. I mean, make this format correct. See, it's automatically all the files get corrected, right? So this is the use of this tf Terraform format command, but it's not removing extra spaces. See, it's only working on the indentation, it seems. Okay, let's try this. Ah, yes, correct. It's working on the indentation but not on the empty spaces. So I also let come to know this thing now. It's working on only indentation, not on this extra spaces. Okay, so make sure to avoid extra spaces. Let's check once more. Yes, it's not working. It's not gonna correct your extra spaces. It's not gonna remove your extra spaces. But if any indentation uh, needs to be corrected in your code, it will. So first thing in what we have to do in Terraform is Terraform init. Okay, so I'll initialize my Terraform here. It may take some time. Meanwhile, we have pushed our code on the this one, right? Let's verify that also. Yeah, here is my first commit creating VPC and subnet. I can see my code is get pushed to my Terraform repository. Okay, it may take some time, so we'll wait to get it initialized. And here it is. The initialization is completed. It may use to take some time because it what this Terraform init will do is it will download the the required providers from the your Terraform registry. So sometime it used to take some time. So in my initialization is successful. The next command is let's validate our Terraform code. Whatever we have written, is it syntactically correct or not? We'll validate that first. Terraform command is validate. Terraform validate. Okay, so it's saying the configuration is valid. Okay, so I'll run Terraform plan first. Before deploying this, I'll check my Terraform plan. Okay, what's going to happen? So I can see my Terraform plan. The things are going to create. What is going to create? One AWS subnet, private subnet is going to create with this CIDR block. Okay, then one public subnet is going to create with this particular CIDR as expected, and one VPC is going to create it called my VPC with this CIDR. This is what we were looking for. Okay, so I'll give now Terraform apply. So this will deploy my code directly to the AWS console side. Okay, it's again showing me the same code and it's asking me my approval to proceed. I am giving yes. So it will start deploying our infrastructure. So it's you can read here also like okay what is going on. My VPC creating, my subnet creating, and everything is created. Okay, let's verify the same thing on the our of this one. We'll verify same on our AWS console side. Is this reflected or not? Okay. Giving my username. I'm giving my password, sign in. Okay, I'm in my Terraform, sorry, AWS console. So let's verify whatever we have deployed is deployed or not. So we need, in which service we need to check that, we need to check in VPC. Okay, uh, so let's go to VPC first. Okay, so I'm in my VPC and you can see here the one VPC is created called my VPC. If I open this, we can see the CIDR. We can check the resource map also. So two subnets are created. Okay, private and public subnet. I can check it from. Okay, so we didn't give any names, right? So we are not getting names here. Okay, let's try that also. Let's give names to our subnets. I am saying tax my public subnet. Yeah, I want this one. See how nicely it is suggesting me. So what I'll do now, I'll again go to Terraform plan. It's up to you if you want to run this command. You can run, otherwise you can directly run Terraform apply. It's showing me some plan. Okay, it's telling me that two changes gonna happen, and what gonna happen, your name should gonna display as my public and my private subnet. Okay, so I'll give Terraform apply. I'll approve this. So it's modifying my both the subnets, and if I check now on the console, it should be get updated by the names. See, I can see here my public subnet with the this iPad CIDR range, and my private subnet with the 2.0 CIDR. There it is. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, now we have created our both these subnets. Okay, so what is the thing which gonna decide that my subnet is a private or my subnet is a public? We just have given name, right? Private or public, but that's not gonna make you a subnet private or public. So what gonna make you a subnet private or public is the route tables. Okay, route table is the next important thing. In if your route table, I mean your subnet should be associated with the some route tables, and if the route, if that for any particular subnet, if the route is present to connect with the internet, suppose this is your subnet and there is one route in your route table which is, which there is a one flow present to connect with your internet directly, then that is public subnet, because we are connecting our subnet to internet directly. But suppose your subnet is connected with the NAT gateway first and then it is connected to the internet gateway, then we can say that our subnet is a private subnet, because it is connected to the NAT gateway first, not directly to the internet gateway. So that is one difference which gonna differentiate, I mean your subnet is a private or the public. Otherwise there is no any option where we can say okay, it's given like this subnet is a private, then it is private. No. How can we decide this? We have to decide it by checking the route table. So now we have only one route here, that is a default route, which is a local. I mean local means this subnet can communicate with the within this CIDR for this AWS account. So this is the default route. So first we'll create two route table, one for public, one for private. Then we'll associate this route table to two subnets. Then we'll create the routes, and then we'll see how our VPC gonna look like, because if I check its resource map now, we only have two subnets, right, which is connected with the one default route. So let's create other infrastructure and we'll get back. Okay, okay. Meanwhile, I just want to check my git status also. Okay, two things are modified, so I'll deploy this on my repository. Okay, subnet renamed git origin main. Okay, everything is up to date. So for what is our task now? We have created the subnet. Oh, see how smart it is. I have to create the internet gateway also, because how your VPC is going to connect with the outside world, that through the internet gateway. Okay, so internet gateway is a thing which is going to help me to connect with the outside of our VPC. So I am just working as it is, because this is giving very good suggestions here. So we have created now our internet gateway. Name is, we are calling it my IG internet gateway. Okay, and this internet gateway is connected to the my VPC. Okay, then my internet gateway is also created. Now I'll create my route table, public route table. Oh, it's giving very cool suggestions here. So it's gonna be called like my public route table. Okay, I am okay with this name, and this is gonna be connected with my, again with my VPC. Okay, so I have created route table, I have created the internet gateway. Let's create the route. Yeah, it is giving me suggestion to create route also. Let's say public route. And what gonna be route table ID? I am taking it from public route tables ID. Okay, what gonna be CIDR? I want this CIDR. Okay, and wait, it's not giving default. I want everything. And gateway ID going to be my internet gateway ID. Okay, I am not worried about this indentation because my Terraform event is gonna help me for that. Now we have created one route table called my public route. We have created route also called public route. This is public route table, public RT. Now I have to create one association within whom, between my subnet, my public subnet and my route table. Then only this gonna work, right? So what we have did till now, we have created one subnet. For that subnet we have created one route table called public route RT. Okay, we have connected it with our VPC. Then I have created one public route which is gonna which is having this route, which is having a route from my subnet to my internet gateway. Okay, then I have created the association. I have created that route table to my public subnet. Okay, it's pretty enough. Let's add this commit, creating public route table, push these changes. Okay, then run our Terraform commands. I just want to format it first, then let's validate whatever we have did is syntactically correct or not. Is not valid. Okay, it's giving us error because I have to given the block also. Wait, CIDR means what? We need to give this block, right? -0. So again I'm adding this. correcting CIDR. I'm pushing these changes to my my VS Code. I'm again validating my code. Yeah, the validation is success now. So let's run our plan first. Okay, it's gonna add 4 new things. Yeah, you can go through this plan. Okay, you can check what things gonna added. It's gonna creating one my internet gateway, then it's gonna create one public route table, then it's gonna create, sorry, this is the route only, then it is gonna create one public route table itself, and then it's gonna create one association of our public route table and our subnet, public subnet. Okay, so I am happy with this plan. So I'll give Terraform apply. So this will apply these changes to my real infrastructure. Okay, then we'll see how this what is this resource map gonna change. It's asking for my approval. I'm giving yes. Okay, so it's deploying it now. Okay, deployment completed. I'll refresh this. Okay, it's refreshed now, and if you check the resource map now, so my public subnet has one route table attached, that is our association. Oh god. And we have one internet gateway created, which is also attached with my VPC and my route. I mean, I have one route from my subnet to my internet gateway. So this one is, I mean, the public subnet internet connection is completed now. Now we have to work on the our private subnet. So how private subnet gonna work? Private subnet not gonna have route directly to the internet gateway. No. So it gonna have one NAT gateway, and then that NAT gateway gonna connect with our VPC, and then VPC is already have VPC is already is connected with our internet gateway. Okay, so what we need to do now is we have to create one NAT gateway. Okay, you can see here also when my public route table is already created. Okay, okay, let's do that. Let's deploy our NAT gateway also. Uh, resource, it's giving me secret group, but I don't want that now. Resource is AWS NAT. See how nicely it's giving me suggestions. Okay, allocation ID is gonna be this one. Okay, I don't have any problem. Subnet ID gonna be this one. Okay, and name gonna be this one. Yeah, I'm good with this plan. I'm just giving tab, but we haven't created AWS EIP, right? So let me create that also. Uh, so that, see how smart it is. It's totally aware that AWS EIP is not yet created, so it's giving me that option also. Okay, cool. My NAT gateway is created now. Now what I have to create? I have to create one route table called my private route table. Okay, I have to create one route also. That route gonna allow everything to connect with what should be the gateway ID. Now the gateway ID should not have my internet gateway, because I have to connect this route to my NAT gateway first, and my NAT gateway, when I have created NAT gateway, I have already kept it into the public subnet. So this way I am gonna connect with my internet. Okay, so I am giving my gateway ID as a NAT gateway. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now one thing is remaining. What is remaining? The association. Oh wow, how fastly it is giving me suggestions. I am gonna use this one only. What we are doing, we are doing the association in between my subnet, my private subnet, and my private route table. So this is what I am looking for. Cool. let's add these changes. Let's commit the changes saying private subnet created. Let's push your changes to the your VS Code, your Terraform your GitHub repository. Now you can run your Terraform command, you can format it, you can validate it. It's syntactically it's giving one error. Okay, but it's still showing your Terraform is good, so I'll directly run the plan first. Okay, so I'll apply the same. It may take some time. I'm stopping. Okay, I am resuming the video. So after it takes some time, 1 minute and 40 seconds, and after that it has been completed. Okay, so let's verify our infrastructure on the console side also. So if I open my VPC now and if I try to check the resource map, we'll see how it's looking now. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I can see my private route subnet. It's connected to the private route table, and that private route table have one route to the my NAT gateway. I don't have route directly to the internet gateway. If I have route from my private route table to the directly to the my internet gateway, then we need to say that it is as a public subnet, not a private subnet. What is making my subnet private is I have route from my route table to my NAT gateway. Okay, and my NAT gateway is already associated with the public subnet, so that way it's gonna get the internet. Yeah, so that this is what was the challenge today we completed. We created one very simple VPC architecture. It's good thing, and it was only for the it was only for the learning purpose, mind learning purpose, and I hope you also enjoy it. Okay, okay, then see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.